It was the first eve of winter, and the night sky was so crystal clear, you could see the stars twinkle in the newly formed frost as it began to crystallize over the flower's shadowed naked petals. The Titans had returned to their peaceful slumber thanks to the Avatar, but as the humans celebrated behind their great walls, the kobolds were still fighting off the waves of undead that the elves were corralling around them in their final strike to destroy Skrek. With the war over between the humans and kobolds, the fleet was called home and began to combat the undead wave, pushing them back to the far corners of Novia and beyond. The elves took the advantage and pushed a sizable portion of undead to Skrek, and rumors even began to spread that they are even working with Davropos to summon reinforcements in key areas. But as the first drop of water began to crystallize this winter, it was time for war to begin its first drop of blood.
Tonight is the night. I am leaving this seat and moving to this one,
Shouts the Avatar to the tavern, pointing at the seat beside him.
You have been saying that every night for a month now, Sid.
Giggles Monica.
A month, you say?
In a sarcastic manner, the Avatar throws up his hands in mercy and says to her,
Monica, I have been mesmerized by your shadow's silhouette as it dances on the walls from the fire. Free me from your spell.
Monica says with a grin.
Oh, you are going nowhere tonight. You still have to finish reading me my bedtime story.
The Avatar smiles and pulls out a copy of Snow Raven 2 and opens it to the last folded page and begins to read in an ominous voice.
Chapter 8. The Blood War.
After hearing the chapter's title, Monica quickly begins to yawn and says,
Closing time. All right, everyone out.
Monica turns to the Avatar.
I guess we should save that chapter for another day.
And with a sad smile Monica finishes her drink. Shouts Monica to the imaginary patrons.
All right, everyone out.
It had been weeks since Monica was back from Skrek and she loved to roleplay bartender at the Fire Lotus Tavern. And when the fleet came home, her and the Avatar slipped off to Central Brittany and nailed the doors shut.
I think it's time for me to put on something a little more appropriate than this leather armor.
As the lights started to dim and Monica's supple leather chest armor plus 14 of focus fell to the floor. Even the bear had to change seats to see this show. The Avatar's shroud began to glow so white it lit the whole tavern to daytime. Avatar awoke from the early morning sounds of the merchants hustling and bustling around the market square, opening their shops. With the sun still hiding behind the great walls of central Brittany, and the aroma from the warm bread being crafted by the cooks was creeping into the open windows at the Fire Lotus Tavern. Monica had tried to sneak out of the tavern, even before the moons and stars had been vanquished by the sun's inevitable rising. But the Avatar was quick enough to pickpocket a teleport scroll to friend into her backpack before she left, then rolled over and then began to snore so loud even the awoken undead were convinced he was sleeping. A young human female soldier was waving to the Avatar.
Avatar, Avatar.
The Avatar turns towards the Brittany graveyard gate and begins to quicken up his pace to meet with her at the gates.
Yes, Soldier Sutton.
Tenebris Harbor has recently been attacked and taken over by plunderers and pirates who have burned down whole sections of the town.
Tenebris Harbor was until recently a productive shipbuilding town until a large band of pirates swarmed into the area with the goal of looting and stealing some of the finest galleons in Novia. Their onslaught was so unexpected and aggressive that many of the guards and civilians perished.
This is grave news, indubitably.
Says the Avatar, holding a thesaurus.
I shall speak to the Oracle on this matter, thank you. Zeph Motus.
The Avatar casts dash and heads to the Oracle's temple. The Southport side gate is a hub of commerce and trade. Its streets are littered with cargo from afar, muddy sludge from the wagons covers the cobblestone, and the stench of fish penetrates the air. Not the classiest part of town but home to some quite rugged folks. This is but one of the 5 city gates that feed into Brittany Central, for from surrounding neighborhood suburbs and one from the Brittany graveyard, Brittany Castle is home to Lady Arabella, wife of the King of New Britannia. Lord British, one of Brittany's main roads leads straight to Castle Brittany from the Port of Brittany. From the Port of Brittany to the castle it is 5 blocks of dedicated area where you'll find player housing. The city's North Gate is one of Brittany's most affluent districts. This is where a good number of the city's town, city, and village lots will be located. A short walk away from the heart of Brittany, it's comprised mainly of stone architecture, its gardens are tended, and its inhabitants live a more refined lifestyle. The southernmost part of Brittany Central is one of the city's poorest districts and in close proximity to the agricultural area of Brittany, including the Brittany Dam. Many of its inhabitants live in shacks and ramshackles in muddy streets. Royal Causeway runs north from the port to Brittany Castle. Brittany Castle is 6 stories tall, yet its multi-level design makes it seem like a lot more. Everything from royal chambers, lavish dining rooms, and a majestic throne room will all be found here for the royalty of Brittany to enjoy. From Brittany Castle's lower courtyard we can catch a glimpse of the amphitheatre and the Oracle Temple.
I sure hope someone is home,
says the Avatar in a good-natured banter, as he opens the door to the temple. There upon her throne of wires, connectors, power cords and data ports sat a gargoyle of artificial intelligence, the Oracle.
Hello, Mother.
Avatar, do you follow the path of truth?
No.
Thank you. Avatar. What may I assist you with?
Tell me of the invasion of Tenebris Harbor. What do your watchers see?
Parts of the city now lay in flame and the plunderers have made themselves comfortable happily looting and killing any strangers coming to check on the safety of the town. The Tenebris Harbor dockside suffered the heaviest damage. Much of the civilian population in this part of town was wiped out. On the outskirts of Tenebris Harbor, looking south towards the docks, palms line the main causeway leading to the docks, now engulfed in flames. A pirate flag flies high over the Tenebris Harbor's fort. Even though the docks are still up in flames, many parts of town including the town square managed to stay intact as the plunderers came in and looted the many establishments. Furniture has been piled out on the street and burned, while a pirate flag flies above the courtyard.
Then I shall make my way to.
No,
The oracle interrupts the avatar.
I have dispatched the fleet to assist in the retaking of Tenebris, and the avatar is not needed in this battle.
The avatar grabs hold of the wall and pretends to faint.
Do not threat, Avatar. For I am the one that needs you this day.
An elderly human woman laughs and emerges from the shadows.